Okay, so with the sheer lace necklaces, you have a couple of different options for how you want to end the necklace at the end. So I'm going to show you the couple of options, and then I'll also be showing you how to thread your beads onto the ribbon. So just looking at the ends, one option is to tie each end to a double jump ring, and then you can connect your chain and your little round bead, and then your clasp on the other side. So that is one option that you have. The easiest option, I'll show you this one, is going to be to just tie the ends together, and this would be a slip over necklace, so it's long enough to slip over. And then I have secured that with my UV curable polymer that I use, but you can use a little bit of hypo cement to keep that knot together, and that'll work just fine. Let's see, another option you have is, again, this one's tied to some larger jump rings, and then you could have a toggle clasp. So the sheer lace is one of the only things that does not come with a magnetic clasp, because the magnetic clasp is generally just too heavy for the design. So here's another option with the toggle clasp. And the other option that I wanted to show you is if you want to use a clamp that has a hole at the end, you can use one of these end clamps. It's like an end cap for the ribbon. So I will be showing you how to do that, and then how to attach everything once you do that. Okay, so when you receive your ribbon, it will be cut at an angle like that, and you will have a larger needle to work with, so that you can kind of slip the end of the ribbon inside the larger eye of the needle, and then you're just gonna pull that through there like that. Okay, and then you're ready to begin stringing your beads. We're going to be using some European style beads with some blue rhinestones for this one. And so those are pretty easy to string on. And this is going to be the longer necklace. So it's got a longer thread. Move it down just a little bit more. So then I'm going to be stringing on some of these barrel beads. They're also the Tibetan silver beads, which this has a little bit of a smaller opening. So just be careful as you're pulling this bead on, not to stretch out your lace. So there's that one, and then I'm going to put another of the blue beads. Okay. And then I want another one of barrel beads. One of the blue ones, and that's going to be my design. It's going to be in the center of the necklace, and that's all I really want to put on this one. So you can undo the needle from your lace, and I'm going to show you how you can end this off with one of these end caps. Okay. I'm gonna take the end and just kind of twist it up a little bit. Just like that. Just gonna twirl it. And that way it'll kind of sit inside of your end piece here that we're gonna use. Okay, so I've got that wrapped around. And I'm going to use my flat pliers just to bend one of these sides. And then I'm going to come over and bend the other side over. You can kind of untwist it there, and you can see that it's closed inside there. So then I can kind of hold this and with my scissors cut the end of that off. And there we go. So if you want to try to snip and get that a little closer, you can do that. You might need my smaller pair of scissors. Then if you want to just put a little bit of hypo cement on there to hold that, you can do that. But now we're ready to attach our jump ring here. So I'm going to open my jump ring. Slide that right in at the end of that end piece that I just put on there. And then I can also slide my lobster clasp. This happens to be in the shape of a heart. So putting that on there. And then you can just close that up. Okay, so now you have one side of this done. And I'm going to go ahead and trim this other end that we were using to string the beads because it got a little frayed. And again, you're going to want to twist it up. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to take my end piece here and put the ribbon inside. There we go. And now I need to clamp down one of the sides. I'm going to keep that ribbon tight in there. Folded one of the sides over, and now I just need to fold the other side over. Like that, and then you can kind of unwind that end, and then make sure you smash this pretty good so it'll stay. So I'm going to put it back into pliers and just really squeeze that down. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And again, you can cut the excess off. Okay, and there we go. So you want another jump ring. Open up your jump ring. And I'm just gonna slide my end piece over that. And I'm also gonna take a little piece of chain so I can adjust the length of this if I want to, and put that on the jump ring. And then slide the jump ring back closed. And there we go. Okay, so to put the little bead on the end of the chain, you're gonna have a ball pin and just one bead. And I'll just put that ball pin through the one bead. And then you're gonna do this kind of like the chain link design. So you're gonna take this and you're gonna bend that to a 45, bend your ball pin to a 45-degree angle there. And then take your round nose pliers and grabbing the end of this wire, you're gonna begin to curl this around. And you're just gonna keep going, keep curling until you reach the end. And there you go. And now it's ready to put on the end of the chain with another jump ring. So all of these, all the jump rings and whatever ending you would like for the end of your necklace will come with in your kit. So we need to open this jump ring. And I'm gonna put the little end bead we made on there. And then I'm gonna take the other end of the chain we just put on here and put that through. And close the jump ring. And there we go. So, oops, got it twisted here. So your necklace is now finished. This is probably one of the easiest designs that we have to make. And then now you can clasp wherever you would like to make it the length that you would like it to be. And that pretty sheer lace. And our silver beads. So the silver beads are pretty heavy. And so are the lamp work and the Murano beads. So that's why I only put a few, but also because I think it looks really good when you just have those few beads on there at the end, and then you have the lace that goes with it. So check out all the colors of lace that we have. We have purple, red, black. We have a light mint and this darker mint color. And we have a forest green, a brown, a reddish brown, pink, a white. So we have lots of different colors of lace. And as always with WK Beads, you can request any color of beads that you would like if you don't see it available in the kit. And that is it. We are finished with that design. So that is this closure. And if you want to have it look a little more fancy, then you can do these end bead closures. Okay, so I wanted to show you a sample of what it's going to look like when you use a few smaller beads along with the larger beads, because you have to kind of be careful when you're stringing them. So I'm going to go ahead and thread my needle and just kind of stick that corner through. Pull like that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start with one of the smaller beads. And so you just want to be kind of careful as you're pulling your ribbon through, because you're going to have to kind of give it a little bit of a tug. So, and it can kind of stretch the sheer lace out a little bit. So you just kind of gotta be careful. So then I'm gonna go with this color. And then another one of the smaller ones. Okay. And I'm gonna go with the clear one of the larger beads. Put another of the small ones on, and then another one of these darker color. You know what? I think I'm gonna stop here. I think I like that pattern. Put another one of these on. Okay. So now you can see that the side I was stringing the beads has gotten a little pulled out of shape. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of use my fingernail to spread out the lace again. The other thing you can do, which I have done, is to string on your first bead and then string these 3 with this side, and then take the needle off, put it on the other side, and string the other 3. And that way they'll be kind of even. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but now this looks pretty even. And once you wear it, the beads will pull it down a little bit, so it'll look fine. But you just have to be kind of careful when you're using some of the smaller beads, and if you really want to make sure it looks the same, like I said, then string on both sides. Just start with the middle bead and then string one side and then change the needle onto the other side. And it'll be fine. So we're going to pretend that this is my necklace and that I've got beads down here and it's a lot longer. And I'm just going to show you how easy it is if you just want to do the tie closure. You're just making one knot. You're going to come around and make another knot. And just kind of tug to make sure you have it secure. Is really secure. And then just take your scissors and kind of make sure the ends look nice like that, and there you go. And then you can dab a little bit of hypo cement there. I use a UV curable, but yeah, that is the simplest way to close this necklace. So if you're doing a necklace that's going to fit over your head and you don't want to have to mess with the end cap and the clasp and everything, you can just tie them off like that. So basically, if you want to tie it to a jump ring and you don't want to have to mess with the end cap bead, you can just request the closed jump ring, and then you're just going to tie this on just like I just tied the other one. Twice, double knot, just tie it to the jump ring instead of the 2 ends together. And you'll do that with both ends. And then I have dabbed on here some of the UV curable adhesive that I have. And you can just dab a little bit of hypo cement on there if you want, just to make sure it's secure. And then just follow the same instructions for adding the chain and the clasp as the other one with the end cap. So those are 3 options for closing your sheer lace necklace. And if you would like a pendant, keep in mind that the pendants will be general colors, but the specifics of each pendant will vary depending on each pendant. I mean, they're all unique and one of a kind. So if it's a brown tone, you'll have brown tones, but the specific pattern inside can differ. If it's purple dragon's vein, then it will be purple with some dragon's vein, but the specific exact details of each stone will be different. So that is the end of this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. This is Wendy with WK Beads. Thanks for watching.